So I recently just paid off my personal loan that I've had with Navy Federal for over 3 years now, and I can confidently say this was the easiest personal loan to obtain in my life. I remember at the time being when I first applied for it, I was actually worried if I was going to get approved for it or not, but sure enough, they actually approved me without verifying any of my income whatsoever. But depending on the time that you guys are applying, Navy Federal will actually send you the funds the very same day. Like if you guys apply for this personal loan in the morning, then more than likely they're going to give it to you towards the evening. Like for me personally, I applied for this personal loan towards the evening, and I think that's why they gave me the funds the very next day, because it was already too late at that point. So again, depending on the time that you're applying for this personal loan, Navy Federal will actually fund it to you the very same day, or if not, the very next day, as long as it's not a weekend or a holiday or something. But I actually have a friend that applied for this personal loan around the same time that I did, except he had got denied for it. He had got denied for it because his credit wasn't that good, even though Navy Federal doesn't just solely base your approval off of just that alone. But this particular friend did have quite a few collections on his credit report, and then a few other derogatory items as well. So for those of you who are looking to get a personal loan with Navy Federal, in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some really good data points based off my personal experiences, so that way you guys can strengthen your chances of getting a personal loan with them. So make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, so that way you, sir or ma'am, do not miss out on any good personal loan information that can help you out. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford, and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So when I first got my personal loan with Navy Federal, they actually approved me for the $50,000, but I only needed $8,000, so that's all I personally took out at the time. For those out there that don't know, Navy Federal will actually approve you guys for a personal loan anywhere from $250 to $50,000 max. So whether you need a few $100s or a few tens of thousands of dollars, then Navy Federal got you. Now for those out there that do not know, you do have to be banking with Navy Federal in order to receive a personal loan with them, because they are an exclusive credit union to people who are in the military and their family members as well. So if you guys want to find out more on how to start banking with Navy Federal so that way you guys can get in with them, then I actually made a full in-depth video on my channel explaining exactly how to do so. So if you guys are interested in watching that, then feel free to browse my YouTube channel or hit the link in the description below, or just wait till this video is over and then I'll have it at the end for you guys to watch. But if you guys are going to apply for a personal loan with Navy Federal Credit Union, then I would personally recommend to have a credit score at least 660 before applying. Now Navy Federal claims they don't have a minimum credit score requirement in order to get approved for a personal loan with them, but I personally think that's not true, because they do base partial of your approval based on what your credit score is. Like for me personally, my credit score was in the 740s when I first applied with them, so I know for a fact that definitely helped with the approval decision. And just so you guys know, 9 times out of 10 they are going to be pulling from your TransUnion. A big mistake that I see a lot of people make all the time though when applying for a personal loan with Navy Federal is they put too little work history on their application. If you put anything below 2 years, then you're pretty much asking to not get approved for a personal loan with Navy Federal. Because for me personally, when I did the application, I put I had a work history of 6 years, because I did have a work history of 6 years, and honestly Navy Federal loves to see that, because they love to see consistent work throughout the years. Because if you guys have a consistent work history, then you are literally showing Navy Federal that if they let you borrow money, then you can definitely pay them back, because not only do you have a job, but you've had a job now for over quite some time. So again, if you guys are going to apply for a personal loan with Navy Federal, then I would make sure to have a credit score of at least 660 minimum for best chances of approval. And then also too, at the same time, make sure you guys put a work history of at least 2 years minimum, so that way you guys can actually get approved for this loan. Another thing though that's really important is if you guys apply for any kind of loans or credit cards in the past with Navy Federal, make sure your income is consistent. And what I mean by that is if you recently applied for a credit card or a loan with them and you put $80,000 a year, but now all of a sudden you're making $130,000 a year, that could possibly affect your chances of getting approved. Even though it might be true in some case scenarios that you are making that amount of money now, I would just raise the annual income that you're making just a tad bit, like anywhere from $80,000 to $90,000, so that way it doesn't seem outlandish. Because if you raise your income just a tad bit, now it looks like you got a raise or something and you're doing better than what you were previously doing before. So in a way, you're actually showing Navy Federal your growth within the past few months or even a year, and that's something that they definitely love to see. Another thing though that's going to help you guys get approved for a personal loan with Navy Federal is if you guys have a direct deposit set up with them, because now they see all that income coming in every week, bi-weekly, or however often you guys get paid. If they see that you have money in your bank account already and they also see money coming in every week, bi-weekly, or whatever it may be, those are definitely going to be green flags when it comes to Navy Federal approving you. But one of the biggest things when it comes to getting approved for a personal loan with Navy Federal is the relationship that you guys have with them. When I first applied for a personal loan with Navy Federal, I was already banking with them for quite a few years now, and they were already my main bank too at that point. I already had a credit card with them, I already had a pledge loan with them, I even had my direct deposit set up, and then I even had the flagship checking account as well at that point. I'm just sharing my personal data points that I had with this credit union at the time being, so do what you guys will with this information so that way you guys can get approved for a personal loan with them as well. But during the application process, everything was literally just stated. They didn't verify my income at all. You would think they would verify your income if they're going to give you a pretty decent personal loan amount, but they didn't, and 9 times out of 10 when it comes to this credit union, they won't. Now I'm not going to guarantee that they won't, because if they want to, they still can ask ask you for documents. But what I will say is that for me personally, they didn't verify my income, and for other people that I personally know, they didn't verify their income as well. Now, when it comes to applying for a personal loan with Navy Federal Credit Union, you can either apply in branch, on the phone, or online. For me personally, I did it on the computer, and then right after I submitted my application, I was approved instantly. Now, you can choose whether you want your personal loan to be given to you in a form of a check, or you can choose to have it sent to your checking or savings account, whatever you want to do. You can also pick when you want your payment due date to be, as long as it's before 52 days. For me personally, I think I did it around the 45th day mark just to give myself a little bit more time, so that way I didn't have to worry about it for a while. And again, as I mentioned earlier, depending on the time of the day that you guys apply for this personal loan, you will either get funded the very same day or the next day, as long as it's not a weekend or holiday or something. Now, after I received my personal loan, I was just making normal payments on it on the app for over 2 years, but as of recently, I actually paid it off, even though I originally had a 5-year term. I decided to pay it off early because I could, but not only that, the beauty about getting a personal loan with Navy Federal is that there are no prepayment penalty fees. So you're able to pay the loan off early with them without being charged a fee, which is actually really cool. And once you guys pay this loan off with Navy Federal, they're actually going to send you a letter in the mail to congratulate you, just to let you know that your loan is now paid off in full. So with that being said, if I ever need to get a personal loan again, I'm definitely going to go with Navy Federal due to how fast and easy it was, and I don't think I would go with any other lender, to be honest, personally. Now, there are different lenders out there that offer pretty decent personal loans with pretty good interest rates, because I know everybody out there can't bank with Navy Federal Credit Union. So if you guys are looking for different alternatives, then I actually made a full in-depth video on the top 5 best personal loans you guys can possibly get. So if you guys are interested in watching that, then feel free to browse my YouTube channel or hit the link in the description below, or just wait till this video is over and I'll put it at the end for you guys to watch. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I just wanted to share my personal data points with you guys, so that way you guys can mimic what I did if you guys are ever trying to receive a personal loan sometime in the future with Navy Federal. Let me know in the comments if you guys got a personal loan with Navy Federal before, or if you actually got one with a different lender. I would like to know. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to get your guys free stock at Robinhood that could potentially be worth all the way to $200 when you guys use my link in the description below. And also, if you guys are looking for a high yield savings account, I personally use SoFi, so that's what I would recommend using. If you guys use my link in the description below, then you could potentially earn all the way up to $325 of free money, so I definitely wouldn't snooze on that while the offer is still available. And also, really quick, I do offer one-on-one consultations. If you guys would like to speak to me personally, the link will always be in the description below. But if you guys want the chance to win a free 15-minute consultation with me, then just comment the word free game in the comments below and send an email to my business email stating what you guys would like to talk about. I pick a winner every Monday. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, we are at 53,951 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, and if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your guys' credit cards, talk about how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit, we talk about real estate, we talk about mortgage loan programs, we talk about all that. So this is your one-stop shop. And also, really quick, for those that don't know, I'm a licensed real estate agent and a licensed mortgage loan originator. So if you guys are trying to purchase or sell a home in Southern California, all my information will always be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.